up to Stewie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an elimination MMA bout scheduled for 3 minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the King of Beers Budweiser red corner. He is a brawler, standing 5 foot 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 155.8 pounds with Says MMA from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Jack Girtin. Fighting out of the Estrella Helico blue corner, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist, standing 5 foot 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 155 pounds with high altitude, pound for pound, from Denver, Colorado, Craig, Mr. Guillotine, Edmondson! Referee Joel Heda.
Well, if your opponent's nickname rhymes with guillotine, at least you know what to look out for.
But, I mean, some guys are so good at it, you can't avoid it.
That's true. True enough.
But he has worked very diligently on his stand-up, and I'm excited to see the improvements that he's made.
Former Bellator fighter Justin Houghton in the corner of Guillotine. Edmondson immediately looking to take it to the ground.
Girtin showing some really good balance with his foot up near his ear.
Balance and flexibility.
And strikes, but he's got to watch the back of the head.
Just covering is Edmondson. He's in a lot of trouble here. And that's it. No, I think we're going to.
That was the back of the head.
I think there was some back of the head shots, and immediately Girtin saying no, it was the ear. But our referee signaling it was back of the head. So Edmondson going to have some time to recover here.
I mean, that first couple on the single leg attempt was in the back of the head. And, I feel like the ref was a little late stepping in for that one.
See if he takes the point or not. It doesn't look like he's going to so far. Edmondson getting a little talking to from the referee, asking how he's feeling, if he's going to be able to continue. And trying to get his feet underneath him. Edmondson taking a second.
I mean, you hate, seeing this stuff kind of happen, but in the midst of the chaos when you're in the cage, it's so hard to kind of dictate where the head, punches are being placed.
Yeah, and they warned the fighters in the back, too, that if you turn your head, if a strike is on its way and it's going to a legal target and you turn your head and you get hit in the back of the head, that's not your opponent's fault. That's your fault for having turned into it. So that could be why we're not seeing a point being taken. But still, regardless of, the reason that it hit the back of the head, they're going to stop the fight, give the opponent a chance to recover.
Right, and I think it was just unfortunate that the fight was continued a lot longer than the infraction, and I think the ref could have stepped in a lot sooner than what he did.
Doctor in there taking a look at things, making sure the pupils are equal and reactive, as they said.
Edmondson looking like he's, getting ready to recover.
So taking a point, and I don't believe there was any kind of malicious intent from Girtin. I think it was purely accidental, but a lot of times the referee will look at the severity of the damage and what happened because of an illegal strike or a rules infraction, and
I don't think that was a point on that. I think that was just a formal warning.
Okay.
But we're back to action.
This time Edmondson just lets him back up. Or Girtin, lets him back up. And immediately Edmondson
that double
wants it down.
Right to his back, and you're showing that he's a grappler.
Wow, what a quick back take.
But he did a good job of switching over to that single leg. He didn't stay in that single leg for too long this time around. He switched right up to the upper body and finished.
Working 2-on-1 hand control by way of defense is Girtin.
Edmondson showing a reverse, an advanced back control, which keeping your head in between the canvas and your opponent, and just that prevents him from being able to turn.
Yeah, a lot of times if you can get your own head on the canvas, that's leading the way toward getting your shoulders down, and that is what you want to do to be able to turn, as well as it allows you to arch with a lot more strength in the move.
And this position is a big hand fight position. Just trying to pull your opponent's hands away from his neck so that way you can wrap your arm around his neck. And that's kind of where we're at right now,
and
playing this hand fight.
As if on cue, Edmondson tries to sneak that left hand through. And he's just going to continue to swim back and forth. Girtin, good job with his defense, staying pretty calm here. No real look of panic or anything on Girtin's face. And Edmondson, if anything, even more calm.
Yeah, Girtin doing a good job of keeping himself safe and just incrementally trying to improve this position, but he's got 40 seconds of work.
What we've seen from the back control of Edmondson so far, it's going to be pretty difficult for Girtin to do much in way of improving his position here, because Edmondson just doing really everything right that he needs in order to control this position.
This is the first round. Girtin was able to gather the information now, knowing what Edmondson's plan is and then what he feels like, and he's definitely going to come back in the second round with a better game plan.
Edmondson momentarily tried to loop his right leg over the top of Girtin's right arm. That would have shut down, literally half of his defense. And 10-second clacker sounded. Gonna see how these guys adjust their game plan as they come out for round number 2.
Edmondson came back from the back of the head strike very well. Adjusted his takedown offense, get on top, and that back control was money. In your opinion, how do you see Girtin changing the momentum of the second round?
Needs to keep it standing. Has to keep Edmondson from being able to shoot in and grab that leg. Every time that he's grabbed that leg, he's put it up over Girtin's own head and then used it to mobilize into some form of a takedown.
Edmondson did an adjustment in the second takedown, which he shot for that single leg, but then came up to the lower body and was able to lift and return. And I wonder if he's going to do the same sequence.
Yeah, and that makes it harder for Girtin, because Girtin's like, oh, he's got options. So now what do I try to defend? And if I do that, is he going to switch off to something else?
Right. Girtin needs to circle away from that fence, because against another grappler, you want to stay way clear from that fence.
Yeah. And Edmondson looking ready to get the action going again.
Definitely showing an improved stand-up since his last bouts.
Yeah, and if I was Girtin, I would be very cautious about throwing those kicks out there, because it was almost trapped. Oh, wow, what a quick single.
And we can see Edmondson on top in a high guard, half guard situation.
Girtin continuous with the strikes. Looking to set up an armbar position, but Edmondson going to see that coming and not worried about it right now, because it's not elbow past the hips. So no real danger for Edmondson currently.
However, Girtin causing a little bit more damage from bottom than Edmondson on top.
Agreed.
Girtin attacking this arm in a very unique fashion. I think he needs to use this to get back up to his feet. But he was able to get back to the full guard.
And continues keeping his hands busy with the striking, does Girtin. So Edmondson hasn't caused any damage since they've been on the ground here in round number 2, even though he's the one on top with what we typically consider a little bit of a superior position.
Now Girtin, obviously he's going to be looking to get back up to his feet, but he needs to do it in a fashion that keeps his neck away from the Mr. Guillotine. Unfortunately, right now, the judges are just seeing you on bottom, and it's really hard to win a fight on your back.
Agreed with that. Although Boss Rutan beat Kevin Randleman off of his back, so. 20.
Unfortunately, that was how long ago?
20-something years ago, but.
But Girtin latched up a good armbar attempt here, but Edmondson trying to pull out his elbow, and but it was a solid attempt.
Girtin had a better position that time than his previous attempt. That's for certain.
But what Girtin needs to do is he needs to use that attempt to then create space and get the fight back into his feet. I don't think he can win rounds from full guard right now.
I'm in absolute agreement.
Oh, he needs a kick and stand up.
There you go. Needed to try to come to his feet there.
Yeah, but it's hard with Edmondson being so good at his guillotines that you don't want to stand up underneath him.
Exactly. Don't want your head coming forward of your hips.
Oh, but he's got
another
a
side
unique armbar attempt again. Edmondson stepping around. He doesn't have the arm completely isolated with 10 seconds left, so he's causing some discomfort, but I don't think he can get the submission in this position.
I'm in agreement with that. Edmondson, by way of having stepped over, takes away a lot of the angle of attack that Girtin would want.
Now, even though Girtin was on his back majority of the time, I think he made the most attempts for damage and a fight-finishing move, and I'd give Girtin that round.
I'm in agreement with that completely. You don't see it that often that you win a round off your back, but when you're going to do it, you have to do it exactly the way Girtin did right there. I'm with you on that one.
Right. Edmondson got a beautiful takedown, but when you're on top, you got to be able to land damage. It's when you're fishing for submissions, you got to improve your position to side control, mount, or back. But when you're stuck in a guard or a half guard, you got to learn to use those hands.
Yeah, that's exactly the criteria the judges are looking for and what the referee looks for to keep the fight from being stood up. You need to improve your position, you need to advance your position, or you need to be threatening with submissions. And Edmondson did not have success with any of that three criteria, whereas Girtin was at least busy off of his back, even if the strikes weren't super damaging.
Right. And I think Girtin would be a good job of just staying busy this round. I mean, you already know he's going to come out and shoot for his takedowns, but if you just stay busy on your feet, stay busy on your back, I think it's a close fight at this point.
Yeah, again, if I'm Girtin, I'm being very cautious about throwing those kicks because that's been what's led to a lot of the takedown success of Edmondson.
Round 3.
And Edmondson bleeding a little bit from the head.
Oh, they're both doing some stand-up exchanges.
Both ready to go at it.
Oh, nice beautiful double leg. And into side control now, which is a far superior position than the second round. And he's looking to take mount.
Knee on belly right now for Edmondson. Slides right over to full mount. Very easy transition for the jiu-jitsu fighter. Looking to set up a head and arm choke here.
Edmondson's not looking to cause damage, more so just looking to get him out of here with a submission. He really wants the submission win here. And he's getting, there it is.
There's the tap. I was just going to say, what a textbook and methodical setup of that choke. If you're going to write up an instruction manual, just step by step by Edmondson. I don't want to say simple, but one move right after the other in perfect succession led to the victory.
I think that was just beautiful jiu-jitsu done by Edmondson. Showed some difficulty in the second round, but man, that third round transition, that arm triangle was beautiful to watch.
And Edmondson very happy with the turn of events that the third round took for him. Good job staying calm, staying within the fight. Did exactly what he needed to do, weathered the early striking storm, got the takedown, put the fight exactly where he wanted it. Then simple step-by-step, 1, 2, 3, let's get that choke.
Yep. Edmondson actually did a really good job of being able to recover from the shots to the back of the head. Again, very unfortunate. The ref needed to step in a lot sooner, but he showed a lot of fortitude in that.
All right, we'll take it up to Stewie. He'll let us know the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joel Hayda called the time for this bout. 44 seconds into the third round, declaring your winner with a tap out, Craig, Mr. Girtin, Edmondson! Edmondson! Get excited, Sparta. What a fight, huh?
Banger right here. I'm with the winner right here. How did it feel to come in here and take that win?
Hey, I want to say real fast, shout out to my coaches, my gyms, the team. A couple years ago, my baby brother died. He overdosed on heroin. Anyone out there with struggles, people care about you, you know. I miss my brother every single day. I would like to think he's here watching me right now. This is for my brother Nathaniel. I want to say to my coaches and my wife, to all my friends that are here for me, I love you guys more than anything, you know. And this is one of the best moments of my life.
Get excited. Let's get back to the fights here. Stewie